Mi sitaki kusema what usually happens, lakini si tunajua. So that is biologically speaking. That is when adulthood begins. Legally, adulthood begins at 18. Is there anybody here? Hakuna mtu hapa amefikisha 18? No, mumefikisha? Are you serious? Those who are in Form 4 only, isn't it? Sawa sawa, kama umefikisha 18, then you are an adult. Legally. But now, from a human development perspective, it begins at the end of adolescence. That is at 19 years old. How many of us here are 19? Na msinidanganye? Watu wananidanganya, si ndio? These guys are lying to me. I have a 19-year-old and she's in campus. So msinidanganye, ameingia campus. So msinidanganye. So that's why I said, you guys are still children. Bado hamjakuwa adults. This is the time, this is the point at which now you are thinking about your future as an adult. And this is what comes with career. Because a career is actually, if you are to summarize what a career is your future as an adult. Because remember, right now, nobody expects you to have a job. When I talk of expectations means, like now I'm a mother. Of course, my children don't expect me to be at home. They expect me to go and work because wataniitisha pesa ya chumvi, si ndio? Wataniitisha sijui pesa ya nini, sukari imeisha. Those are the expectations. Even the society expects me to work. But right now at your age, even ukiwa Form 4, nobody expects you to work. We expect you to be planning of how to be an adult, meaning to plan how to be working. And that is where careers come into place, isn't it? So this is the time, especially for you who are in Form 4. It is important to think early enough. What kind of career will you pursue? Be the proverbial early bird. Mmesha kasikia ako ka early bird? Kale tunasemanga the early bird catches the worm. Sasa wewe ukue that proverbial early bird. Because I often see in the university, students come. They begin a certain course. Then, like 2 semesters down the line, they change their minds. By the way, it happens a lot. They come wanasema sasa mwalimu, mi hata siyuko sure whether I really want to do this job. That is because they really did not prepare themselves. Sitaki kufanya hii course, mi nafikiria nifanye hii ingine. And that is one of the reasons that KSCF calls people here to talk to you about careers. And Cynthia has described to you the different careers that are there and the ones that you can select. I want us, even as we talk more, I want us to reflect on 2 verses in the Bible. I can also be a preacher. Musifikiria ati maneno yangu tu ni ku-teach. I want you to think of Jeremiah 29 verse 11. What does it say? Good. I can see this out to our chezi. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So, how do you expect to have a future if you do not prepare for your career? You see, it is biblical. Ni mimi nimesema. It is biblical. You need to prepare for that career. Whatever career you select, also think about your personality. By the way, a personality it really determines the type of career you can succeed in. Like now kuna wale watu wanaongea sana kama mimi. There are those careers that if you don't like talking to people, if you don't like people, usikuwe mwalimu tafadhali. Sawa? Na usikuwe journalist. Hauwezi niambia unapenda kukuwa journalist na unaona watu unasikia kutapika. You know, there are some people who are born, they just want, you know, hawataki maneno mingi. Those people should just do computers and vitu kama hizo. You cannot be a doctor or a nurse if you don't like people. Sawa sawa? And sometimes ni vile tu tumezaliwa. Sio kupenda kwetu. Everybody has a personality that they were born with, isn't it? And there are some things we cannot change hata tukitaka. So it is important for you to consider your own personality so that it blends well with your career. Sawa sawa? So hizo career mumeambiwa hapa na Cynthia. You need to first think ni career, hiyo career, if it is the one I want, does it blend with my personality? Kama mimi nataka tu, you know, kukaa hivyo. Kuna watu wengine wanapenda kufanya kazi za mikono. They can be very good engineers. Sawa sawa? Wale wanapenda kufanya. So it is important for you to think about your personality. All right? Then again, you need also to ask yourself, or challenge yourself when you are in high school. As you focus on good grades, it is also very important to participate in extracurricular activities. We want to get a wholesome person. Even in the university, we have clubs. We encourage people. Some people belong to drama club. Others belong to music. Mmeshawaisikia hii kitu wazungu wanasemanga, much work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Who is Jack? Si mnaona? Sasa sio wewe useme ati kazi yangu tu ni kupata A. Hatutakutambua. Hata ukiwa na A and you do not participate in extracurricular activity. Do you know, let me tell you a secret. If you are looking for a scholarship, in most cases you will find that scholarships are asking you, what leadership position did you hold in school? What extracurricular activity did you participate in school? Are we together? So as you prepare for your careers, kazi yenu tu si grades peke yake. Those are tips that I'm giving you. Another tip, volunteer work. Sio ati wewe kazi yako ati kama hauwezi lipwa, hauwezi fanya. Learn how to volunteer. You know, I always find students saying, mimi tu nimemaliza campus juzi, then zile jobs napata zinasema 3 years experience. Do you know why they ask for experience? Because they expect that you started volunteering ukiwa secondary school. So hiyo swali huwa naambia students hata usiniulize, namuuliza, have you ever volunteered for something? No. Then how do you expect to have experience? So start volunteering mukiwa high school. Hata unaweza kuja huku KCF when they have camps ukishamaliza high school, unawauliza ni kazi gani naweza wasaidia, na si lazima ulipwe. Tunaelewana? Volunteer work. You can even go, like if you want to become a nurse, go and volunteer in the dispensary near your village. Sawa? Waulize, what job can I volunteer? If you want to be a teacher, go and volunteer in that school next to where you live. You can even ask the teachers how they want to be helped. Can I carry for you the duster in class? Can I? Yes. Can I help you? Yes. You do volunteer work. Hapa ukimbebea duster, ndio ataanza kukuonyesha how to do a lesson plan, isn't it? How do you think you get experience? So hiyo swali nisisikie anybody, chairman, Hakuna mtu anafaa akuje akuambie kazi ati hana experience. Sawa? They have already been told how to get experience through volunteer work. All right? And remember, everybody must follow their own path. Sawa sawa. Don't spend too much time thinking about what other people are excelling in. You have your path, I have my path. At you start getting stressed, ati because unaona guys, sasa huyu ashamaliza, ameshapata job, mi sijapata, ama huyu amepata A, mi nilikuwa na C. Sema aje? Bingo. So naona mnajua Biblia. So make sure those verses work for you. Sio tu kuzirecite, sawa? Make sure they work for you. Now, I told you I explain what I'm explaining through stories. I'm going to give you 4 stories. Number 1, I'm going to give you a story that whose moral will be how to choose your friends here in school or even in campus when you go. Unajua watu wengi huwa wanapotea wakienda campus. You know kuna ka freedom, wacha niwapatie siri. Unajua ukienda campus hakuna bell, wala wako form 4. Hakuna bell kwa campus. Hakuna kengele. Hakuna mtu atakuambia ati amka uende class. Ukisikia hauendi hakuna mtu atakuambia. So watu wengi huwa wanapotea wakienda campus. So mimi naonanga watu wengine akiingia campus alikuwa Christian, hata alikuwa na kitambaa, nguo ilikuwa inafika hapa vizuri. Anakuja first semester, naanza kuona kanguo sasa kanafika hapa. The other semester kanguo kako hapo. The other one hapa hata hakuna kitu. So hata anasahau because hakuna mtu anamuuliza. So in campus, as you prepare to go to campus so that you succeed in all the goals you have set for yourself, I will give you that story to help you choose friends.
Kindly, can you wake up a person who is near you? The one that is sleeping. Ebu muamshe. Yes. Kama kuna mtu amelala karibu na yeye muamshe. Yes. Then, I told you are good, is it? But there are few people who are making noise there at the back. Kindly, don't talk. Just keep quiet. Listen to, whatever is being spoken here is full of the Spirit of God. And I can tell you, when you practice what you are told here, you become successful. Is it? Don't allow the devil to steal your mind and your time. Praise the Lord. Yeah, can we keep quiet?
So, thank you very much, Chairman, for reminding them. Aki usilale, mimi nikikuona umelala lazima utakuja hapa tutaongea na wewe. Nikiongea una translate. So I said I'm going to give you 4 stories and I was trying to describe them. That one about how to choose your friends, because I believe it is very important in both high school and also for the Form 4s that are going to campus. Wako nazo wakiwa hapa. Then I have another story called The Dog and the Bone, so that it can help you to drop down or to shed the bad characters that are still holding you back to experiencing your full spirituality and even your full academic potential. Sawa sawa. Then kuna ingine ya 4. How do you want to be remembered? What legacy do you want to leave? Like I told you. And then the 4th one will be about ZTech University. Siwezi toka hapa bila kuambia about ZTech. So those are the 4 stories I'm gonna give you. So the first one about the dog and the bone. Sasa, one day I was driving. Msiniulize kaa niko na gari. It doesn't really matter whether I have ama ilikuwa ya kuomba. But I was driving. The important thing is I was driving. Sawa. Then when I was driving, nilikuwa nimeenda 90 kilometers per hour. Hiyo nilikuwa nimekimbia kidogo. Suddenly, I saw a dog. The dog started, it was crossing. And because I was speeding, I was very scared that I'm going to hit this dog. Then I started to try to slow down. But because nilikuwa ile full speed, I was still very scared. And then I could see that the dog is holding something which was preventing it from being very fast so that, it was reducing its speed. Then suddenly I saw the dog drop whatever it was carrying and it was able to cross the road and I did not hit it. And I was very grateful. So I decided I'm going to turn back and see what it is that the dog was holding that was really making it not move very fast. So when I went back, I saw it was a bone. And you know what a bone is to a dog? Si munajua? Dog and a bone. Si munajua? You cannot separate them. But the dog made a decision to let the bone go so that it can be able to save its life. Sawa. So, what kind of bones are you holding on to? Mi niliwaambia I can also preach. So, nani yako na bone hapa ameshikilia inamprevent from achieving what they would like to achieve or what God has set out for them to achieve. Now, bones can be different type of things. They are those bones that we hold on to. And if we let go of those bones, we will succeed. Yeah? We will do wonders. And the types of bones that I can mention here. Failure to look for to think in new ways of doing things. That you are so comfortable in what you are doing right now, that even a change that is brought, like when even you come to KSCF, you are told what you are doing is wrong. Wachilia and change. You don't want to change because the status quo is something yenye umezoea. You are so comfortable in the status quo. So if you don't want to think of new ways of doing things as you've been advised, that is a bone. Drop it. Look at your neighbor and tell them, drop the bone. Another bone. Another bone that we hold on to. You are doing things the same way, expecting different results. Like even the way you study. Maybe wewe unalalanga masaa 9. Because wewe umeamini ati you need to sleep 9 hours in a day. Then you are failing. And you are expecting to continue sleeping for 9 hours and expecting different results. Can that happen? Hiyo ni bone ya usingizi. Wachilia. Sawa. Uachilie nini? Ya usingizi, uachilie. Mkiambiwa hapa na KSCF mtaenda kulala saa 4, unasema hapana mimi nimezoea kulala saa 1. Hiyo ni bone. Achilia hiyo bone. Thinking that money alone is the source of happiness. That is actually the hardest bone. Because this is the bone that is making our country to be so corrupt. Because people think, and young people, that's why you are realizing young people even give up their spirituality. They give up the life that they have grown with. You guys have been brought up so well. KSCF has been nurturing you to grow in a Christian way. But when you go out there, you start chasing after money. You realize, kumbe corruption hata ndiyo mzuri sana, pesa itajaa kwa mfuko. That is a bone. Achilia hiyo bone. Tell your neighbor, achilia bone. Not worshiping God. Yeah? If we don't worship God, because let me tell you, you cannot get anywhere by yourself. God first. Wake up, tell God thank you for life. Ama unafikiri ni wewe umejipea hiyo life? Always remember to worship God and to thank God for everything that he gives you in life. So not worshiping God is a bone. So, watching our friends fail and we are not helping them, that is a bone. Isn't it? Kama you are very good in mathematics and your neighbor here is struggling, si unamsaidia? Let us help out each other. You are good in something, the other person is good in another thing. If you are jealous and you don't want other people to do well, that is a bone. So hiyo kastori kameishia hapo. Yeah? Sasa hako kengine nilisema kanaitwa hiyo ilikuwa ya dog and the bone. That one is to let go of those things. Then kuna ingine, how to choose your friends well, especially when you go to campus and even when you're in primary school. 1 times 0, 100 times 0, 1,000 times 0, 1 times 1, 1 times 1,000, 1 times 1 million. What did you notice about those two letters I mentioned? Nani ataniambia? Nani amenotice kitu hapo? Nani? Nyinyi watu hamuongeleshangi watu. Mimi sitakangi kuongea peke yangu. Who is called Brian? Anybody who is called Brian asimame. If you are called Brian usimame. Kama unajua mtu anaitwa Brian mwambie asimame. Na musi Hakuna simama kama unaitwa Brian. What is your name? Mnataka kuniambia kwa hii hall hakuna mtu anaitwa Brian? Kunaye Brian, sebu simameni. Stop being disobedient. Kama unaitwa Brian usimame. Stop being disobedient. And if your name is Mary, yani unaona hawa watu venye they are disobedient, they are not obeying me. Brian and Mary musimame. Thank you Brians for standing. Now who can tell me Brians? Niambieni. Brian wewe wacha kuketi. Tell me Brian, what did you learn? Anything you learned? The Brian that wanted to sit. Tell us Brian, what did you learn from what I said? 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 100, 100. 0 times 1, 1. 0. What did you notice? Tusikize Brian. Clap for Brian. Sasa munaweza keti, mumeseviwa na Brian. So, now, what is the moral of that story? That you need to be very careful about the friends you choose in school. There are some friends, if you keep their company, even the value you had in life, it diminishes. Na unakuwa nothing. Tumeelewana? Those are the people we call zeros. Sawa? Then there are some other people. When you hang out with them, the value you had inakaa tu vile ulikuwa. You are not growing. You know, unakaa tu kwenye ulikuwa. Nothing is changing in your life. Au wanaitwa number 1. And those 2 zeros and 1s, you have to look out for zeros and number 1s when you are selecting your friends. You need to select friends that can add value to your life. Tuko pamoja? Do you want a friend that will add value to your life? So, look out for number 0 and number 1. Au watu muachane na wao. Sawa? So that you look for friends. Don't look for a friend mwenye anakuita, wewe unasoma sana, wewe ni chopa. Munawaitaga aje siku hizi? Unajua hata mnajua. You guys don't look for such people that are discouraging you from doing what you know is right. Ati mkiambiwa muende mkaombe, mwingine anakuambia hii maombi hata imezidi. So you are Christian, sasa amekurudisha chini. So even when you go to campus, let me tell you, the things we see in campus are just, some people go by the time they are in the second year, they already have children. So unashindwa sasa huyu alikuwa amekuja hapa kuzaa ama kusoma. It is because they go and start hanging out with number 0. Sawa? Tuko pamoja? Ati we avoid who and who? Number 0 and number 1. So you need to be able to identify your friends very carefully. Ukiona huyu ni 0 ama ni number 1, unawachana na yeye. Look for someone that can add value to your life. Now, my second last story. There was this great man. I'll tell you his name once I'm done with the story. So this man woke up one day. Akaona newspaper, you see like the Daily Nation in Kenya. See, it reports, and sometimes when an important person has died, it will bring like a breaking news, isn't it? Now, this guy saw his death had been reported mistakenly. But now the headline aliona kwa hiyo newspaper, it was written, the angel of death is dead. That is because this guy was in charge, or he's the one who had discovered dynamite. Dynamite ni hizi vitu za kutengeneza bomb, hizi vitu, you know, all these things to do with war and those kind of things. So people had now, as he died, they were talking about how he encourages war so that he can make money. So they were calling him, others were calling him the angel of dynamite, the angel of death. So nobody was saying a good thing about him. So when he saw that, akajiita kamkutano. Akajiuliza, if I had actually died, this is how people would have remembered me so negatively. So he decided to change his life. And this day, that guy's name was Alfred Nobel. These days, what do we know Alfred Nobel for? The Nobel Peace Prize. Because he decided he's going to turn his life around. And he's going to concentrate on bringing peace to the world. So, I want to throw a challenge to you. Those people that know you, even in your school, how do you think they'll remember you when you leave the school? Will they be saying good riddance? Ama they'll be saying, this lady or this guy, wow, he was such a good Christian. He even made people get saved here, or he even did ABCD. How do you think people are going to describe you when you leave the school? What kind of legacy are you going to leave? When you go to campus, what kind of a legacy will you live in that campus? Ama people watakuwa tu wanakupoint. When you become a leader in the country, because you guys are the leaders of tomorrow, isn't it? Seated here, I can see presidents. Yes. Seated here, I can see CSs. Seated here, I can see big pastors who are, you know, yes. Clap for yourselves. Yeah. So you need to ask yourself, what kind of legacy? If you feel there is a cadent that is in your life today, jiite kamkutano. Sindio? Ujiite kamkutano, ujiulize, how am I going to change to become the legacy that I want to live for myself? Okay? Now, the final story is about ZTech University. You said you've heard of ZTech University, but I don't know how well you know about ZTech University. So I want to tell you when ZTech started, just like a brief history of ZTech University. Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for ZTech, isn't it? So it is only fair that I talk about ZTech University. So ZTech University started in the year 1999 as a small college. And it has a founder. Even if right now we are a big private university, because we are among the biggest private universities in Kenya, we have about 13,000 students right now. So we are not small, isn't it? Clap for us. So ZTech University, so that you see dreams begin and they take people far. The founder of ZTech University actually comes from Meru. Yeah, if you didn't know that. He comes from Meru. His name is Ken Mbioki. Okay? So this guy is an engineer. When he was in the University of Nairobi studying engineering, those were the days computers were being introduced in Kenya. So he was a very sharp man. So he decided, I'm going to use skills because me nimesoma computers, I start teaching my colleagues in the university. So from his dorm room, he started teaching people how to use computers. Wacha nikuambie akapata customers. Wengine tu walikuwa na muenjoy wanamwambia wewe ngangana na hizi tukimaliza tutakuja utuajiri utakuwa umeanza. You see the power of the tongue? The power of the tongue. Tutakuja utuajiri kwa ile college utaanza. This young man never gave up. He continued, akaona customers wamezidi. So he went out of the dorm room, he rented a small apartment. I mean, he rented a premise outside now the campus. And this is where he realized I can actually register a small college. So he registered a small college and started even hiring. Now, those people who are telling him, you will hire us. After they finished campus, they actually came to him for jobs. He started hiring them to help him teach computers because sasa customers wamekuwa wengi. Yeah? Then later on, the college grows. It started now even offering, he registers it now as a college. Initially, his company was called Zenith Technologies. And that is where the name ZTech comes from. Zenith, Z-E. Then Technologies, Tech. That is where ZTech comes from. Tuko pamoja? So ZTech, that was the beginning. ZTech University was born. So he started now even offering business courses, hospitality. And now it became a big university which now could not be managed by one person. Now it is a big university that is run by, like any other university. In the year 2014, we got an interim letter of authority to start operating as a university. But before 2014, we were offering degree courses from JQuat. I'm sure you've heard of JQuat. So we were the babies of JQuat. We learned how to be a university from JQuat. But in the year 2014, we had already grown. We moved to our Royal campus, and we got an interim letter of authority from the Commission for University Education. We started offering our own degree courses. And our first degree graduated in the year 2016. After that, we started, in the year 2022, we became fully chartered. Because when you get a letter of interim authority, the government usually gives you 8 years. Within 8 years, if you have qualified, of course, a lot of inspection, a lot of supervision, they check. If you have qualified, now that is when you are given a charter. So in the year 2022, we became a fully chartered university by the Commission for University Education in Kenya. And after that is when we started our master's degree programs, and we started our PhD programs. So to this day, we have PhD and master's programs. We have bachelor's degrees, we have diplomas, we have certificates, and we also have another branch of ZTech which offers vocational courses. It is called ZTech Business and Technical Institute. That is the arm that offers courses that are examined by external bodies like NEC, CASNEB, other international bodies like CIM, all those, I'm sure you've heard of those courses. So, right now we are a fully chartered university and we are very big. Like I said, we have even started courses in law. We have also started courses in nursing, courses if you want to become a clinical officer, if you want to do lab technician courses. Now we are offering all those courses. So you don't have a reason to say that university hawana law, ama university hawana nursing. We have all those courses right now. They were just approved by the Commission for University Education because we do not offer a course until it is fully approved by the Commission for University Education. So those courses have been approved and we are rolling them out from May. So if you, for anybody, if you have relatives out there, if you have even parents who would want to pursue their PhDs, waambie PhDs and masters, we offer them online. They don't have to come to the university. Tunawafunza jioni, wakitoka job, tunawafunza kwa computer. Tunaelewana? So you see, and we have 4 campuses. We have 2 campuses in Nairobi CBD. We have the Stanbank House campus. We have the Pioneer campus. Stanbank is actually very small. We have the Pioneer campus. Then we have the Roiro campus, which is currently our main campus. But recently we have opened the Mangu campus. We call it the Mangu Technology Park. Yeah? So eventually it is going to be our main campus, but right now the main campus is still in Roiro. So you can study from any one of those campuses. We have hostels. Even in Mangu, we are building other hostels there. So when you come, you don't have to worry about that. You'll just pay for your hostel. Na unaanza masomo. So, for any other details, because I cannot exhaust the details about ZTech University, if you have specific questions that you would want to ask, please give your names. I have some people that are helping me to collect names. You give your name and telephone number, and I will make sure somebody calls you and you ask the questions you would want to ask. We have career advisors in ZTech University. Even when you complete your course, they can call you. That's why we collect numbers and names, so that especially those who are in Form 4, you can get further career advice, isn't it? Because sometimes you complete your course, you get a certain grade, but you are not so sure what you are going to pursue. But if you get a C+ and above, you can go directly for a degree program. If you get a C- or a C, you can start from diploma. If you get a D+, you can do a certificate from ZTech University. If you get a D, you can do the certificates from the vocational courses. Those ones I told you, they are examined by NEC or CASNEB or other external bodies. If you get a D-, you can start from the artisan course. So kila mtu ako covered. Tunaelewana? Kila mtu ako covered, then you can progress from there. So as long as you get D- and above, there is a place for you in the university. Tuko sawa? Na sasa mimi nitamalizia hapo juu hata naona nimeanza kusweat na ninaona hata nyinyi muna sweat. I think I have talked enough. Yes, si ndio? Sawa sawa, asanteni kwa kunisikiza.
Let us appreciate Daktari. I want to teach you a new song.
Maybe it's not new. This is a song of Moses after they crossed the Red Sea. And Moses is wondering about this God.